We see it every single day, but it's so easy to just take it for granted. I'm talking about the sun, of course. So, for the next few minutes, we're going to dive into this massive, brilliant star and uncover just how much it really shapes, well, everything in our lives. So, let's kick things off with the most important question of all. We feel its warmth, we see its light, but what does the sun really do for us? I mean, why is it so important? Well, the answer is kind of mind blowing.
Just think about a sunrise for a second. That one event kicks off everything. It's this universal alarm clock that wakes up the entire planet, from the tiniest little flower to the biggest, busiest city. This isn't just some bright light in the sky. It's the engine that gets our world going.
All right, so to really get the sun, we have to start with the most basic fact. It's a star. And yeah, it might be our star, but it's just one of billions and billions scattered all across the universe. Every single one of those tiny, twinkling stars you see in the night sky, at its core, it's just like our sun. It's a massive celestial furnace, this giant, glowing ball of super hot gas that's just constantly blasting energy out into the blackness of space. So that brings up a good question, right? Why does our sun look like this huge, fiery disk, while all those other stars just look like little pinpricks of light? It all comes down to one simple thing: location, location, location. It's all about proximity. Our sun isn't even the biggest or brightest star out there, not by a long shot, but it is, by far, the closest one to us. It's our very own neighborhood star.
Okay, now that we know it's a star, let's get a feel for its incredible scale and power. I'm talking what it's made of, how ridiculously big it is, and just how far away it really is. So what's the fuel for this cosmic engine? It's actually pretty simple. Two of the most basic gases you can find: hydrogen and helium. Deep inside the sun's core, the pressure is so intense that hydrogen atoms are literally smashed together to create helium. And that process? It's called nuclear fusion, and it unleashes an absolutely mind-boggling amount of energy that we see as sunlight and feel as heat.
Speaking of mind-boggling, just look at that number: 150 million kilometers. That's how far away the sun is. I mean, sure, in cosmic terms, that's practically next door, but for us, that distance is almost impossible to wrap your head around.
And if you thought the distance was wild, its size is even more staggering. The sun is over 100 times wider than the Earth. You could fit more than 1 million Earths inside of it. Our entire planet is just a tiny little marble in comparison. It's incredible. Now, here's a fun fact that really puts that 150 million kilometer distance into perspective. Light is the fastest thing in the entire universe, right? Well, it still takes a full 8 minutes for sunlight to make that trip from the sun and finally get to us here on Earth. So when you look up at the sun, you're actually seeing it as it was 8 minutes in the past. And our relationship with the sun isn't just static. We're not just sitting here soaking up rays. We're locked in this constant, beautiful cosmic dance. And it's a dance that controls our day, our night, and even our seasons. I mean, we all talk about the sunrise and the sunset, and it sure looks like the sun is the one moving across our sky every day. But get this, that's all just one big, grand illusion. The sun pretty much stays put in the center of our solar system. We're the ones who are in constant motion. The first move in this dance is called rotation. Just imagine the Earth spinning like a top on an invisible line called an axis. It takes 24 hours to do one full spin. When your side of the planet is facing the sun, hey, it's daytime. As you spin away from the light, welcome to nighttime. It's this constant spin that creates the rhythm of our daily lives. And the second big move is revolution. So while we're spinning, we're also on this huge, year-long journey around the sun. This 365-day trip is what we call a year. And because our planet is actually tilted a bit, different parts of the Earth get more direct sunlight at different times during this trip. And that is what gives us our seasons. Okay, so let's zoom out a bit. Earth isn't the only one doing this dance. We're part of a much, much bigger family of planets, and we're all orbiting that same central star, our sun. Let's do a quick tour of the neighborhood, shall we? You've got Mercury, zipping around closest to the sun. Then there's scorching hot Venus. There's our home, Earth, Mars, the red planet. Then you get to the gas giants, massive Jupiter with its ancient storm, beautiful ring Saturn, Uranus spinning on its side, and way out there, the windswept Neptune.
And the one thing holding them all together? The sun's gravity.
So, we've seen the sun as a star and as the heart of our solar system. But now, let's bring it all back home and focus on its most important job for us, as the engine of all life on Earth. Think about this. Nearly all the energy on Earth can be traced back to one single source. Just follow the chain. It's super simple. The sun's light gets turned into energy by the wheat. A mouse comes along and gets that energy by eating the wheat, and then an owl gets its energy by eating the mouse. From the smallest blade of grass to the biggest predator, it all starts with the sun. And it's not just the food chain. The sun drives our planet's entire water system, too. Its heat causes water in oceans and lakes to evaporate up into the air. This water vapor rises, it cools off, and it forms clouds. And eventually, that water falls back down as rain, giving us the fresh water that all life depends on. Without the sun's heat, that whole cycle would just stop. And this right here might be the most incredible part of all. See, Earth is in what scientists call the Goldilocks zone. We're not too close to the sun, where all our water would just boil away, and we're not too far, where everything would freeze solid. We get just the right amount of light and heat for life to flourish. It's this incredibly delicate, absolutely perfect balance. That quote really says it all, doesn't it? When you put it all together, you realize the sun isn't just out there. It is the life force of our planet, the great star that keeps everything on Earth in motion. It powers our weather, our ecosystems, and it sets the entire rhythm of our lives. So, I'll leave you with this to think about. From the food you eat, to the simple feeling of warmth on your skin, to the incredible beauty of a sunset, what is the most wonderful thing that the sun makes possible for you?